I look over, because you don't know what people are holding up. Like people, it's almost like people are blocking their faces with their laptops. I don't want to see him. I block you with my iPad. But I guess this is a photo op. It's just funny. Yeah, there's a bunch of them all over. Sorry. You can edit that out with iMovie. I was talking about something really important right there. Oh, so being a product of the product gives this thing its meaning, right? That's why when people go, oh, that's one of those pyramids, that's why we're all bulletproof in this business. Because we're not leading with the prospect of, this is going to make you rich fast. In fact, we know it's not going to make you rich fast. I'll tell you right now, you are not going to get rich fast with this. But I bet you're going to get rich faster than going back to school for a 4-year degree on something. You're going to start cash flowing faster on this if you work the game plan, if you stay focused, and if you lead with the intent of helping people. If that's the way you go about that, you're going to start the cash flow. Not going to be a millionaire in a year. But 18-year-old, I bet you could be a millionaire by the time they're 25. 30-year-old could be a millionaire by the time they're 36. 40-year-old, 44. Depends on how, I don't know what those numbers mean, but the bottom line is, if you work it, it's going to work, but you got to work it the right way. You guys get it. You guys really get it. How many people in this room have never been to a summit yet? This is your first one.
Oh,
Wow.
amazing.
You know I'm the CEO, right? How many people have never been here before? You fell for it. I joked you. There's a part of the game plan which says, be here a year from now. And for everybody who didn't put their hands up, I want to applaud you, because this is your second or maybe your third summit. You lived up to that key 10th point of the game plan, and you were here a year from now. And for everybody who just raised your hand, I hope you're here a year from now when we, or wherever we do the summit. And don't be here, because it might not be here. That'd be awkward. He said meet him here. I hope you guys take pride in the fact that you're going to live up to that 10th point of the game plan. You're going to be here a year from now by working the game plan. And as you learn, all the preparation that went into making this event special, making this like an event that's newsworthy to the coach community, I think you're going to possibly get overwhelmed. Even some of the training that's already happened today, like all these features and ideas and social and everything, I want to remind you, like if there's one key thing to remember, it's all rooted in the game plan. We went all over the place when we first started the company. I mean, literally, like all these bells and whistles and horns, like everything just made it super complicated to try to figure out how to be a network marketer. People were like, I just don't know how to make this thing work. And finally, we just narrowed it down with the help of Larry Zimberg and the management team. We narrowed it down to these 10 key behaviors. Everything that you learn today, everything that you learn over the next 2 or 3 days, try to tether it back to the game plan, because that's going to make it manageable for you when you go home. If you try to remember every little tip, and then she said, use my screen name, she said something, and the game plan is where it starts, and the game plan is what you rely on. It can be much simpler than you think to be successful in this business if you trust it. Simple is not easy. And that's the other thing that you have to remember. When we get done this weekend, in fact, I'm telling you, if you know the game plan, if you're doing the Getting Started Right interview with the people that you sign up, you're already ahead of the game. But it's not going to be easy. You got to know that when you leave here, even though you have all the information you need, the hardest part can be starting those conversations, unless you keep in mind that you got to get those 2 people, you got to share with those 2 people a day. You got to do your follow-ups. That's the core of the game plan. So I don't want you to get all tied up in the details that you're about to go through and partying and all the craziness that's going to happen when you leave here. We got to get back. I want you to remember, trust the game plan. We're not juggling the game plan. It's all tethered back to the game plan. Everything that we're going